Okay, so we're flying over Lincoln, UK. This is a city that I built in Minecraft. I spent about 50 hours on it, and it took me quite some time to build this thing out. So let's take a look at the streets here. We got the uni roundabout right there with the crossing. You can see all of the lights are turned off because it's nighttime now. But during daytime, they do light up. And then you have these beautiful buildings here. They've been completely rebuilt from scratch. The original building was demolished and replaced by these new ones. It looks really nice when it's lit up. And as we fly along here, you will notice the Brayford Pool coming into view. These were also rebuilt from scratch. Again, the originals were demolished to make way for these new ones. There's the Uni Bridge going across the river there, which connects two parts of the town together. That's pretty cool too. As we continue our flight through the city, you can see more and more things come into view. There's Lucy Tower Car Park and the Odeon down there, which has lots of windows inside. You can actually go inside if you want to explore it. There's plenty of rooms available. If you just keep walking around, you might find something interesting or not. Who knows? It depends what mood I was in when I decided to design those spaces. Anyway, moving forward again, we'll pass by several other structures. That there is the Waterside Shopping Center. Some of them had their own unique designs, while others were based on existing buildings in real life. Either way, each one adds its own charm to the city. Now we'll fly over the high street in the center of town. Here you can see rows upon rows of shops lining both sides of the street. Each build has its own distinct style and color scheme, making it easy to tell them apart from one another. There we can see Lincoln Cathedral in the distance as we fly towards the east side of the city. Well, let's head somewhere else. So whether you prefer modern apartments or classic Victorian homes, this city offers something for everyone. Continuing further along, we reach yet another section filled with shops instead of residential dwellings. Unlike earlier areas featuring mostly offices or warehouses instead, though, these particular stores seem designed specifically for retail purposes only. You could easily spend hours browsing through shelves filled with various items ranging from clothing, accessories such as hats and scarves, all the way up until electronics, such as televisions and computers. In fact, many shoppers would probably agree that shopping here feels almost therapeutic, due to how much variety exists within every storefront, alongside busy sidewalks. Speaking of sidewalks, let's talk about why they exist anyway. While cars may be commonplace nowadays, back before automobiles existed, people relied heavily on foot traffic as their primary means of transportation throughout towns and cities alike. Thus, creating wide pathways between buildings allowed pedestrians safe passage without worrying about getting run over by horse-drawn carriages or steam-powered locomotives either. Of course, today's society still utilizes sidewalks for pedestrian use, but they aren't always maintained properly anymore. Sometimes cracks form due to poor construction methods, causing tripping hazards among pedestrians who walk along them regularly enough. Fortunately, however, advancements made recently mean fewer issues arise, with newer materials used nowadays than ever before. Moving back onto our journey now, here lies Lincoln Castle ahead of us. We've just seen the cathedral up close, featuring multiple levels of fortitude, intact walls, multiple doors. Here lies the Crown Court. Judging solely based on appearance alone, one might assume that lower floors contain dungeons, where prisoners sentenced in the court are sent for holding, while upper stories serve as the working court for employees who work late nights after finishing tasks assigned below ground level. Regardless of whatever function holds true, though, the sheer size speaks volumes about importance placed upon said establishment overall. Finally arriving near our destination point already,